Master the power of silence. When someone insults you, your first instinct is to fight back. But Stoics knew something most people never learn: silence is often louder than words. A young man once worked under a boss who constantly criticized him in front of everyone. His coworkers expected him to argue, complain, or quit. Instead, he stayed calm. He listened, improved his work, and spoke only when necessary. Months later, his results became impossible to ignore. The same boss who mocked him began praising him in meetings. His silence wasn't weakness, it was discipline. People often attack because they expect a reaction. When you refuse to give them one, you take away their power. Your calm becomes a mirror that reflects their own behavior. Remember this: not every battle deserves your attention. Protect your peace. Let your actions speak where words fail. 2. Never let emotions control your decisions. Anger feels powerful, but it often destroys the person holding it. A merchant once lost a valuable deal because another businessman insulted him during negotiations. Furious, he stormed out. Years later, he admitted that his anger had cost him more money than any mistake he ever made. A Stoic understands that emotions are temporary visitors. Decisions made in anger often create permanent regret. When someone provokes you, pause. Take a breath. Ask yourself, will this matter 1 year from now? Most of the time, the answer is no. Real strength isn't reacting quickly, it's responding wisely. 3. Build respect through consistency. People don't respect loud promises. They respect consistent actions. There was a man in a small village known for keeping his word. If he promised to help at sunrise, he arrived before everyone else. If he borrowed something, he returned it better than he received it. Years passed, and whenever the village faced a problem, they trusted him first, not because he demanded respect, but because he earned it daily. Your reputation is built one habit at a time. Become so dependable that people think twice before underestimating you. 4. Control yourself before trying to control others. The Stoics believed the greatest victory is self-mastery. A famous warrior trained every morning before sunrise. One day a student asked, "Who is your greatest enemy?" The warrior smiled and pointed to his reflection in the water. "If I conquer myself, nobody else can defeat me." Most people try to change everyone around them. Few take time to change themselves. Discipline your thoughts. Control your habits. Rule your emotions. When you master yourself, other people's opinions lose their power. 5. Respond with calm confidence. Confidence doesn't shout. Imagine two mountains during a storm. One is shaken by every gust of wind. The other stands unmoved. Which one are you? A calm person doesn't need to prove anything. Their confidence comes from knowing who they are. The next time someone disrespects you, smile calmly, keep your dignity, and move forward. Nothing frustrates negativity more than someone who refuses to become negative. That's the Stoic way. If this lesson helped you become mentally stronger, don't forget to subscribe to Inner Steel. Together, we'll build a mind that cannot be broken. Next, points 6 to 10. 6. Respond with calm, not anger. Imagine a man who is insulted in front of everyone at work. Instead of shouting back, he simply smiles and says, "I hope your day gets better." The room falls silent. Everyone expected a fight, but they witnessed strength instead. Real power isn't loud, it is controlled. When you respond with calmness, people realize they cannot manipulate your emotions. Your peace becomes your greatest weapon. A Stoic understands that losing control means handing victory to someone else. Keep your emotions under your command, and you'll earn respect without demanding it. 7. Set boundaries without guilt. A young woman was always helping others, even when it exhausted her. One day she politely said, "I can't do that today." Surprisingly, the world didn't fall apart. Instead, people began respecting her time. Boundaries teach others how to treat you. If you say yes to everything, people may take advantage of your kindness. A strong person knows when to help and when to walk away. Respect yourself first, and others will learn to respect you too. 8. Never chase respect. There was a man who constantly tried to impress everyone. The harder he tried, the less people valued him. One day he stopped seeking approval and focused on improving himself. Gradually, the same people began admiring him. Respect is earned through character, not by begging for attention. Build your skills, keep your promises, and stay true to your values. When you stop chasing respect, it starts chasing you. 9. Speak only when your words add value. An old Stoic teacher once told his students, "Every unnecessary word weakens your influence." One student learned to listen more than he spoke. Soon, whenever he shared an opinion, everyone paid attention. Silence gives your words weight. Think before you speak. Ask yourself, will this improve the situation? If the answer is no, silence is often the wiser choice. 10. Let your actions be your answer. Many people make big promises but never follow through. Others quietly work every day until success speaks for itself. Which person do you think earns more respect? Your actions reveal your true character. Don't waste energy explaining yourself. Let discipline, consistency, and results tell your story. That's how truly strong people respond, and that's why nobody dares to mess with them. If you're enjoying this journey toward mental strength and Stoic wisdom, subscribe to Inner Steel for more powerful lessons that will help you build unshakable confidence and inner peace. Let me know when you're ready for points 11 to 15. 11. Don't take everything personally. A wise shop owner was blamed by an angry customer for something he didn't do. Instead of arguing, he calmly listened and apologized for the customer's bad experience. Later, the customer returned to admit he had made a mistake. The Stoics believe that other people's actions reflect their character, not yours. When someone criticizes or insults you, pause before reacting. Ask yourself, is this really about me? Most of the time, people are fighting battles you know nothing about. Protect your peace by refusing to carry their anger. 12. Master the art of walking away. A businessman was offered a deal that promised quick money but required him to compromise his values. Everyone expected him to accept it. Instead, he smiled, shook hands, and walked away. Months later, the dishonest deal collapsed while he built a stronger reputation. Sometimes the strongest response is leaving without drama. Walking away from disrespect, manipulation, and toxic situations isn't weakness, it's wisdom. You lose nothing by protecting your integrity. 13. Stay consistent every day. A young athlete dreamed of becoming a champion. While others trained only when they felt motivated, he showed up every single morning, even in the rain. Years later, people called him gifted. They never saw the thousands of quiet mornings when he chose discipline over excuses. Your daily habits build your future. Small actions repeated consistently create extraordinary results. Be so consistent that success becomes inevitable. 14. Keep your future plans private. A farmer planted seeds deep in the soil. He didn't dig them up every day to show people. He watered them quietly until the harvest arrived. Your dreams are the same. Not everyone needs to know your next move. Some people will doubt you, while others may discourage you. Work in silence and let your achievements surprise everyone. Results always make a louder statement than announcements. 15. Build a mind that cannot be controlled. Picture a mountain standing firm while storms rage around it. The wind screams, the rain falls, yet the mountain remains unmoved. Become like that mountain. Train your mind through patience, discipline, gratitude, and self-control. When people realize they cannot provoke you, manipulate you, or shake your confidence, they stop trying. That is true inner strength. That is the Stoic way. If these lessons are helping you become mentally stronger, don't forget to subscribe to Inner Steel. Join our community and discover more powerful Stoic wisdom that will help you stay calm, confident, and impossible to break. 16. Be patient. Time reveals everything. A young employee was overlooked for a promotion. Instead of complaining, he kept improving his skills and helping others. A year later, the company needed someone they could truly trust. His patience paid off, and he received a better position than he had originally hoped for. Life rewards those who can wait without giving up. Don't rush to prove yourself. Keep working quietly. Time has a way of exposing fake people and rewarding genuine effort. 17. Turn pain into power. A man lost everything he had worked for. His business failed, and many people laughed at him. Instead of staying down, he used the experience to learn, rebuild, and become even stronger. Pain is a teacher. Every disappointment carries a lesson. Strong people don't ask, "Why did this happen to me?" They ask, "What can this teach me?" Your greatest strength may come from your hardest season. 18. Never let success make you arrogant. A famous athlete continued practicing with beginners even after winning championships. People asked why. He smiled and said, "The day I think I've mastered everything is the day I stop growing." Confidence is powerful, but arrogance destroys respect. Stay humble no matter how successful you become. There is always something new to learn and someone you can inspire through your attitude. 19. Control your daily habits. Every morning, an old man woke before sunrise. He exercised, read for 30 minutes, and planned his day. Friends wondered why he was always calm while everyone else seemed stressed. His secret wasn't luck, it was routine. Your habits shape your future more than your intentions. Build habits that strengthen your mind, body, and character every single day. 20. Don't fear being alone. A young woman stopped chasing people who only remembered her when they needed something. She spent her time reading, learning new skills, and enjoying her own company. Soon, her confidence grew. She no longer feared loneliness because she had become her own best companion. Solitude is not punishment. It is where clarity, strength, and self-respect are built. 21. Choose wisdom over winning arguments. Two neighbors argued every week. One always had to win every debate. The other simply smiled and walked away. Years later, everyone trusted the quiet neighbor because he valued peace over pride. Not every argument deserves your attention. Winning an argument often costs your peace. Choose wisdom instead. The strongest people know when silence is the better answer. 22. Protect your energy. Think of your energy like money. If you spend it on gossip, drama, and negativity, you'll have nothing left for your dreams. Spend your energy on learning, building, creating, and becoming better than you were yesterday. The people who protect their peace also protect their future. 23. Let discipline beat motivation. Motivation comes and goes like the weather. Discipline stays. A writer committed to writing 1 page every day, even when he didn't feel inspired. Years later, those single pages became books that changed lives. Don't wait until you feel ready. Show up anyway. Discipline always outlasts emotion. 24. Become unshakable. Life will test you with criticism, failure, rejection, and disappointment. Every challenge asks the same question. Will you break or will you grow? An unshakable person doesn't avoid storms. They learn to stand firm inside them. Build a mindset that no obstacle can destroy, and every challenge becomes another step toward greatness. 25. Your greatest revenge is a better life. Never waste your life trying to get even with people who hurt you. Instead, become healthier, wiser, calmer, wealthier, and happier. Let your success answer every insult. Let your peace silence every critic. In the end, nothing is more powerful than living a life that proves your strength without saying a single word. If you enjoyed this video, subscribe to Inner Steel and turn on notifications. Every video is designed to help you build the mindset, discipline, and inner strength of a true Stoic. Remember, your calm is your power, your discipline is your weapon, and your character is your greatest victory. 26. Stop trying to win every argument. Not every disagreement deserves your energy. Some people argue to understand, but many argue to dominate. A Stoic knows the difference. Imagine a man at work who is constantly challenged by a loud coworker. Instead of arguing back every day, he simply focuses on doing excellent work. Months later, his results speak louder than the endless debates. Remember, proving someone wrong rarely changes them, but your calm confidence changes how the world sees you. The strongest response is often quiet excellence. 27. Make your presence more powerful than your words. People remember how you make them feel more than what you say. Walk with confidence, listen carefully, and speak only when necessary. A wise teacher once entered a noisy classroom without saying a word. He simply stood still. Within seconds, everyone became silent. His presence commanded more respect than shouting ever could. Build a presence that makes people pay attention before you even speak. 28. Learn to be comfortable alone. Many people fear being alone because they haven't learned to enjoy their own company. Solitude is where clarity is born. Think about the young man who spent every weekend chasing parties. One day, he began reading, exercising, and reflecting instead. Within a year, his confidence grew while others remained stuck in the same cycle. Being alone isn't loneliness, it's preparation for greatness. 29. Never let praise control you. If compliments make you feel valuable, criticism will make you feel worthless. A Stoic accepts both with balance. A successful athlete once received standing ovations after every game, but he trained the next morning exactly the same. He understood that yesterday's applause doesn't win tomorrow's victory. Stay grounded whether people cheer for you or ignore you. 30. Protect your peace at all costs. Peace is expensive because it requires discipline. Avoid unnecessary drama, gossip, and toxic relationships. A woman stopped responding to every negative message she received online. Instead, she spent that time learning a new skill. Months later, she had a successful business while her critics were still arguing on the internet. Peace creates progress. If this lesson is helping you become mentally stronger, subscribe to Inner Steel for more Stoic wisdom every week. 31. Small daily habits create unbreakable minds. Greatness isn't built in one dramatic moment. It's built through small actions repeated every day. A man decided to read just 10 pages each morning. Years later, he had finished hundreds of books and transformed the way he thought. Never underestimate the power of consistency. 32. Your discipline is your freedom. Motivation comes and goes, but discipline stays. An alarm clock rings at 5 a.m. One person hits snooze. Another gets up and trains. A year later, their lives look completely different. Freedom isn't doing whatever you feel like, it comes from mastering yourself. 33. Let results speak for you. People love making promises, but few deliver. A Stoic focuses on action instead of announcements. A young entrepreneur stopped telling everyone about his business plans. He worked quietly for months, and when success finally arrived, nobody questioned his ability anymore. Success is the loudest answer. 34. Every challenge is training. Life doesn't happen against you, it trains you. Every disappointment, failure, and rejection builds resilience if you choose to learn. A blacksmith doesn't fear the fire because he knows it strengthens steel. In the same way, difficult seasons shape stronger people. Don't run from hardship, grow through it. 35. Become someone you respect. At the end of the day, the opinion that matters most is your own. Ask yourself, would I admire the person I'm becoming? A man spent years trying to impress everyone else. When he finally focused on becoming honest, disciplined, and kind, he discovered something powerful. He no longer needed anyone's approval. Real confidence begins when you respect yourself. Remember, nobody messes with someone who responds with calm, discipline, and quiet confidence. Keep sharpening your mind, and subscribe to Inner Steel for more timeless Stoic lessons. 36. Don't fear being misunderstood. Not everyone will understand your choices, and that's okay. A Stoic doesn't waste time explaining every decision. Imagine a young woman who left a high-paying job to start a small business. Friends laughed and called her reckless. 2 years later, her business gave her freedom while many of her critics still hated their jobs. If your path is different, expect to be misunderstood. Your results will explain everything. 37. Master your emotions before they master you. Emotions are powerful servants but dangerous masters. Feeling anger, fear, or sadness is natural, but letting them control your actions is a choice. A father came home exhausted after a difficult day. His child accidentally broke his favorite mug. Instead of yelling, he took a deep breath and smiled. Years later, his child remembered the kindness, not the broken mug. Emotional control builds stronger relationships than emotional reactions ever will. 38. Invest more in character than appearance. Looking good may attract attention, but strong character earns lasting respect. A businessman wore expensive suits, but nobody trusted him because he constantly broke his promises. Another man dressed simply but always kept his word. People preferred doing business with the second man because integrity never goes out of style. Your reputation is built by your actions, not your clothes. 39. Learn something every single day. The moment you stop learning, you stop growing. Read books, listen carefully, ask thoughtful questions, and remain curious. A taxi driver listened to educational podcasts every day while working. Over time, he learned enough about investing to build financial security for his family. Knowledge compounds just like money. Feed your mind daily. 40. Be patient with the process. Success rarely arrives overnight. Nature teaches us that great trees grow slowly. A young athlete trained every morning for years without winning a championship. Many wanted to quit, but he stayed consistent. Eventually, all those unseen mornings turned into one unforgettable victory. Stay patient. What feels slow today may become your greatest strength tomorrow. If you're enjoying these Stoic lessons, subscribe to Inner Steel and join thousands who are building stronger minds every day. 41. Stop chasing validation. You don't need permission to become the person you want to be. A talented artist kept waiting for everyone to approve of his work before sharing it. One day he stopped asking for opinions and simply created. His confidence grew because it no longer depended on applause. The approval you seek from others can never replace the respect you earn from yourself. 42. Accept what you cannot control. One of the greatest Stoic lessons is knowing the difference between what you can change and what you cannot. A traveler became angry because a storm delayed his flight. Another accepted the delay, read a book, and enjoyed the extra time. Both faced the same situation, but only one protected his peace. Acceptance is not weakness, it's wisdom. 43. Build habits that future you will thank you for. Every decision is a vote for the person you're becoming. Choosing healthy food, exercising, saving money, and reading may seem small today, but they shape your future. A college student saved a little money every month instead of spending everything. Years later, those small sacrifices became the foundation for buying his first home. Your future is built one habit at a time. 44. Speak less, observe more. The person who observes carefully often understands more than the person who talks constantly. During an important meeting, everyone rushed to share opinions except one quiet employee. He listened closely, noticed the real problem, and offered a simple solution that saved the project. Silence helps you notice what noise hides. 45. Become the calm in every storm. When everyone else panics, be the person who stays steady. Calmness is contagious. During a power outage, one restaurant manager remained composed while customers became anxious. Instead of complaining, he organized his staff, reassured everyone, and solved problems one by one. His calm leadership turned chaos into order. That's the power of a disciplined mind. Remember, nobody messes with someone who remains calm, disciplined, and impossible to provoke. Keep strengthening your mind every day, and subscribe to Inner Steel for more timeless Stoic wisdom that will transform your life. 36. Don't fear being misunderstood. Not everyone will understand your choices, and that's okay. A Stoic doesn't waste time explaining every decision. Imagine a young woman who left a high-paying job to start a small business. Friends laughed and called her reckless. 2 years later, her business gave her freedom while many of her critics still hated their jobs. If your path is different, expect to be misunderstood. Your results will explain everything. 37. Master your emotions before they master you. Emotions are powerful servants but dangerous masters. Feeling anger, fear, or sadness is natural, but letting them control your actions is a choice. A father came home exhausted after a difficult day. His child accidentally broke his favorite mug. Instead of yelling, he took a deep breath and smiled. Years later, his child remembered the kindness, not the broken mug. Emotional control builds stronger relationships than emotional reactions ever will. 38. Invest more in character than appearance. Looking good may attract attention, but strong character earns lasting respect. A businessman wore expensive suits, but nobody trusted him because he constantly broke his promises. Another man dressed simply but always kept his word. People preferred doing business with the second man because integrity never goes out of style. Your reputation is built by your actions, not your clothes. 39. Learn something every single day. The moment you stop learning, you stop growing. Read books, listen carefully, ask thoughtful questions, and remain curious. A taxi driver listened to educational podcasts every day while working. Over time, he learned enough about investing to build financial security for his family. Knowledge compounds just like money. Feed your mind daily. 40. Be patient with the process. Success rarely arrives overnight. Nature teaches us that great trees grow slowly. A young athlete trained every morning for years without winning a championship. Many wanted to quit, but he stayed consistent. Eventually, all those unseen mornings turned into one unforgettable victory. Stay patient. What feels slow today may become your greatest strength tomorrow. If you're enjoying these Stoic lessons, subscribe to Inner Steel and join thousands who are building stronger minds every day. 41. Stop chasing validation. You don't need permission to become the person you want to be. A talented artist kept waiting for everyone to approve of his work before sharing it. One day he stopped asking for opinions and simply created. His confidence grew because it no longer depended on applause. The approval you seek from others can never replace the respect you earn from yourself. 42. Accept what you cannot control. One of the greatest Stoic lessons is knowing the difference between what you can change and what you cannot. A traveler became angry because a storm delayed his flight. Another accepted the delay, read a book, and enjoyed the extra time. Both faced the same situation, but only one protected his peace. Acceptance is not weakness, it's wisdom. 43. Build habits that future you will thank you for. Every decision is a vote for the person you're becoming. Choosing healthy food, exercising, saving money, and reading may seem small today, but they shape your future. A college student saved a little money every month instead of spending everything. Years later, those small sacrifices became the foundation for buying his first home. Your future is built one habit at a time. 44. Speak less, observe more. The person who observes carefully often understands more than the person who talks constantly. During an important meeting, everyone rushed to share opinions except one quiet employee. He listened closely, noticed the real problem, and offered a simple solution that saved the project. Silence helps you notice what noise hides. 45. Become the calm in every storm. When everyone else panics, be the person who stays steady. Calmness is contagious. During a power outage, one restaurant manager remained composed while customers became anxious. Instead of complaining, he organized his staff, reassured everyone, and solved problems one by one. His calm leadership turned chaos into order. That's the power of a disciplined mind. Remember, nobody messes with someone who remains calm, disciplined, and impossible to provoke. Keep strengthening your mind every day, and subscribe to Inner Steel for more timeless Stoic wisdom that will transform your life. 46. Don't let fear make your decisions. Fear has stopped more dreams than failure ever has. A Stoic doesn't wait until fear disappears. They act despite it. A young man wanted to start a business but kept delaying because he feared losing money. One day, he decided to begin with what he had. His first attempt wasn't perfect, but it taught him lessons that eventually led to success. Courage isn't the absence of fear, it's moving forward anyway. 47. Be loyal to your principles. The world will constantly tempt you to compromise your values for quick rewards. Don't. A store owner discovered that one of his employees was stealing money. People advised him to ignore it because the employee was a relative. Instead, he chose honesty over comfort. It was difficult, but his integrity earned the respect of everyone around him. Your principles are worth more than temporary convenience. 48. Don't compare your journey. Comparison steals joy and blinds you to your own progress. A runner kept looking at the fastest athletes and felt discouraged. His coach reminded him to compare himself only to the person he was yesterday. Months later, he realized he had become stronger, faster, and more confident, not because he beat everyone else, but because he kept improving. Focus on your lane. 49. Build a mind that cannot be shaken. Life will test your patience, your confidence, and your faith. Prepare your mind before those tests arrive. A sailor doesn't wait for the storm before learning how to sail. He trains during calm days. In the same way, strengthen your character through discipline, reading, and reflection before life's challenges appear. A prepared mind remains steady under pressure. 50. Success begins with self-control. If you can't control your habits will control your future. A student stopped procrastinating by studying just one focused hour every evening. Those small sessions eventually earned him top grades. Success isn't created by occasional bursts of motivation. It's built through consistent self-control. If you're learning something valuable today, subscribe to Inner Steel for more timeless Stoic lessons that will strengthen your mind and transform your life. 51. Choose your friends carefully. The people around you quietly shape your future. A young mechanic spent years with friends who wasted every weekend drinking and complaining. When he joined a group focused on learning and personal growth, his mindset changed completely. Within 2 years, he had opened his own workshop. Your environment either lifts you or limits you. 52. Silence is often the best response. Not every insult deserves an answer. A wise businessman was publicly criticized by a competitor. Instead of responding with anger, he continued serving his customers with excellence. Over time, people noticed who was creating value and who was creating drama. Silence isn't surrender, it's confidence. 53. Keep promises to yourself. Many people break promises they make to themselves because nobody is watching. But every broken promise weakens self-trust. A woman promised herself she would exercise every morning for 30 days. Some mornings were difficult, but she stayed committed. By the end of the month, her confidence had grown because she proved she could depend on herself. 54. Gratitude makes you rich. A grateful mind sees abundance where others see scarcity. A farmer lost part of his harvest during a storm. Instead of complaining, he thanked God that his family was safe and worked harder the next season. His gratitude gave him strength while bitterness would have stolen it. Appreciate what you have while working for what you want. 55. Leave every place better than you found it. Whether it's your workplace, your family, or your community, always leave a positive mark. A janitor quietly cleaned a school every day with pride, even though few people noticed. Years later, former students remembered his kindness more than his job title. Greatness isn't measured by status, it's measured by the difference you make in the lives of others. Final thought: nobody messes with someone who stays calm, lives with discipline, and refuses to let the world control their mind. Keep forging your inner strength, and don't forget to subscribe to Inner Steel for more powerful Stoic wisdom every week.